Hi there. We are here with Spirit Drivers member Tori. And Tori, thank you so much again for taking your time to do this with us. Can you please tell us about yourself?
Sure, I'd be glad to, and it's my pleasure. At least it's been a lot of fun. Um, my name is Tori. I live in the Midwest near St. Louis. I have been working at a university in office support for about 7 years, and at the same time, I've sort of been on a personal development journey, um, wanting to really live a more authentic life that is like lit up, and um, that path led me here. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And why did you join Spirit Drivers Mastermind?
Well, I think so, as is often the case when you start taking action in alignment, opportunities arise. I had so I guess I should just go back just a little bit. In 2020 summer, something shifted in me. I became really clear that I had been living sort of on autopilot, even though I was trying to grow, and I needed more clarity that to make better decisions. And that led me to working with our mutual friend, Sharna Fabiano, in coaching. And Sharna started the process of helping me sort of untangle from thought patterns that were getting in my way. Um, and one thing I love about Sharna is she's really creative. So she's always, she's a tango dancer, she's an artist, on top of being a life coach. So there are different ways that I was engaging with her, and they've always been really positive. So when she told me that she was doing a book group, or not a book group exactly, but a series of sessions about a book she wrote, Lead and Follow, with Spirit Drivers, I just jumped right in because I knew it would be really helpful and useful. And then when I got there, I was just blown away by, it's hard to describe so it's very special being in a community of people that are really warm and very focused on growth and seeing new possibilities. And that was just very obvious from the beginning. So that's why I joined.
Oh, I love it. I'm smiling remembering that session and that engagement with Sharna because it was really special. And it brought us to you. So that was also very special. Did you have any doubts about joining? And if so, what helped you overcome those?
Yeah, I think I didn't quite answer the first question as well. So one of the reasons that I really, really wanted to join after I experienced that is because along my journey, I felt very isolated. And I felt like I was exploring all these really interesting things that were helping me shift my perspective, but I didn't have many people to talk to about them who were interested, because they're just a different framework, I think, than just the how do you solve problems in daily life.
Right.
And I also had some negative experiences in my life. I'm really sensitive, where being in community relationships hadn't gone very well. So when I came to Spirit Drivers, I was in this interesting intersection of I really, really want and need community. And I'm nervous about joining community because there have been cases in the past where when I've joined, it's been painful or hard.
Right.
So I think my personal biggest doubts about joining were just about, can I participate in this in a way that I feel safe and where I'm able to contribute well to the group, and that it's an ongoing beneficial collaboration for everybody involved. And I'm happy to say that it's been wonderful. I wouldn't be having this conversation with you if it hadn't been. And I think the things that really helped were that the group, I think you and Greg do an amazing job of holding the space to make it safe. It's very clear that you're interested and care about everybody. You also have very high level facilitation skills to be able to listen deeply and then ask questions that move conversations forward, help people feel heard. So I think it's the combination of that kindness, that ability to facilitate conversations, to collect a group of people and help them work together in ways that are really useful for themselves, but also for each other. And you just have really innovative and useful ways of creating structure that helps that move nicely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And what's been your biggest transformation?
Well, I think there's two. So one is that I've really learned to see myself and my capabilities differently. I think in particular, like this fear around being part of a community and in relationship with others has really been a block for me. I've held back myself quite a bit, and I've doubted my ability to contribute. And just that's been a major improvement to see that I can do it. Like I can be part of a community and be welcomed, and I can take turns sharing and listening. And I just think that that alone like is going to be so instrumental in me living more fully and engaging with others. So if that were the only thing I got, that would be enough. But I think the other thing that's been really amazing is I, the work that we've been doing on developing a personal vision and learning skills that help you to manifest it bit by bit in wherever you find yourself in the process. Because as you take steps forward, different kinds of problems come up. Like maybe at the beginning you just have lack of clarity, so you have questions and exercises that can help with that. But then later on you have more clarity and you're taking steps towards doing it in the real world, and then the challenges become different if you feel like you run into obstacles or
Right.
you know it triggers something in you, and you have ways to work with that too. It's really powerful. So I'm deeply grateful that I feel like I've gotten a lot of, just in a short amount of time, a lot more clarity on where I want to go and belief that I can do it.
Yeah. Our experience of you, Tori, is that you are a deep well of knowledge and experience and wisdom. So whenever you speak, I am like, I can't wait to hear what Tori says. Like you have so much to offer. So I'm glad that you found a place to share it, and we're just soaking it up with such gratitude. So what would you say has been the most valuable thing about Spirit Drivers for you? What do you like best?
So best is hard, particularly with such a good offering. I guess it's hard to say. I mean, I feel like what you're offering is a gestalt of a lot of different things working well together. I guess if I had to choose a favorite, I really actually do like that the general idea of what you're creating is a mastermind where you're working with a group of people collaboratively on everybody in the group's personal challenges or opportunities, because it is really unique to be in a space where the only agendas that other people have for you are your own best steps forward. Even though the other people around you, your friends, your family, care about you, and they also have your best interests in mind to an extent. Like just the nature of those other relationships makes it challenging, I think, to be completely agendaless. Whereas in this space, I really feel like it does create that. So I think that's probably my favorite part, and it feels like everything that you do helps that. So sometimes it's lessons sometimes that you put together, exercises that you have us do, and discussions you have us have, and then sometimes it's bringing in expert knowledge on a particular topic that might be helpful, and then other times it's literally just the mastermind time if somebody has something that's come alive in them, a question or a challenge, and then we listen. And in my own experience, like both being the person that has had the question to have the feedback has been incredibly beneficial, but also like when other people have a challenge and are like just so authentically and vulnerably sharing it and wanting to find some progress, what comes out from all of the members of the group is really, really spectacular. So I mean, it's very clear that this is a calling for you, Elise, and that you bring everything. You follow these processes yourself, and then you bring everything that you found to be useful to it. And because of that, like it's a little bit bigger than just we get together and talk, you know. I think you do a lot of these things that you do, like make that possibility really safe and really powerful and activating and alive.
Amazing words. Is there anything else you want to share?
It's just been a phenomenal experience. I guess another thing that's really neat about it is that it's a very international experience. We have members in the group that are from the US and from all over Europe. And, um, before I started, I didn't have any friends in Europe that I knew of, and now I have like 5 or 6, and I should say Mexico too. And that, I think, adds, I'm sure you could do this in any location and it would be fine, but it's just really interesting because I think the different cultures have different perspectives on things. And so that also adds a richness. So something I wanted to mention. But more generally, I would really recommend it to anybody who is wanting to be part of a growth-minded community of support and challenge, and honest conversations, like genuinely engaging with the problems. It's quite a catalyst for growth and limitless thinking.
Wow, I'm opening my heart to all this amazing feedback that you have. And I have to say that you've put in so much of your like time and effort and just showing up so fully and vulnerably and openly to what we have to offer. And so it's a partnership and you make it work too. And thank you again, Tori. This is really beautiful for me. And I hope that others who see this can also feel the power of spirit drivers in the future.
Thank you for the opportunity, Elise. And I hope that you and Greg both know how much I appreciate and enjoy what you're offering. And I'm just excited for you to be able to share it with more people, anybody who's ready for this journey.
Thank you again.